YouTube? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Shout out to my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, and thank you for the chance and opportunity. The other day, I was about to do Fat Joe and the Rico. I changed my mind because it's going to take me too long and I'm tired. So I forgot. Future brother Casino was arrested in Georgia on drug charges. And shoot, apparently, shit, they done raided Future's houses as well. He probably now was he in on it? Inquiring minds want to know. Hell yeah, I believe he was in on it. He probably had put some money down on it. Now that's what I believe. But anyway, let's get off into it. Future's brother FBG Casino busted with fentanyl and gets federal charges. He was arrested. Oh, he was arrested last week alongside a co-defendant during the FBI and DEA raid in Georgia. Future's legal battles these days relate to copyright issues and relatively light fare considering his status as an artist. Sadly, his brother and free bands rapper FG Casino, real name Rico Bruce, recently got a much heavier challenge. The FBI and DEA officials reportedly busted him with fentanyl. Hey, Shady. Hey, sweetie. Busted him with fentanyl. He going to jail. The only way Future brother gonna get out of this with all the fentanyl they found, he gonna have to be a top member of the cartel or something like this, cause he ain't getting out of this. FBI officials busted him with fentanyl and charged him with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute. According to Right, hey Becky. According to Complex, federal agents raided a Forest Park, Georgia Airbnb, found 21 grams of fentanyl. That's a life sentence. Prosecutors claim that Casino unsuccessfully tried to escape. Also, authorities reportedly arrested a co-defendant named David Diaz. Elsewhere, agents reportedly found 300K in cash in a cardboard box, along with 80K in a bag that authorities suspect belongs to a different. Hold on. Okay, to a different art. Who is this different artist? They didn't say who this different art. Let me see. Prosecutors reportedly accused the Tony Montana's artist brother of lying about his $2,000 a month income as a studio manager, pointing to a former $4 million residence and multiple luxury cars as alleged reason for skepticism. So he could say his brother bought that. They want FBG Casino to stay behind bars with no bail due to severity of the alleged crimes and their belief that he would be at risk for fleeing. Oh, you about to do all day. Mm, mm, mm. Let me see. He about to do. Oh, y'all can't start. No, 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 no. You ain't got nothing right now. I'm in the middle of a live. Mm-mm. Yeah, he gonna have to give up
Federal
cartel.
agents say the operation took less than a minute, but the impact could last for years. Late on the night of November 14th, 2025, 2025, Freedom Forest Park, Georgia, into the center of one of the most significant fence in Atlanta history. And at the heart of the federal name that immediately caught the attention of the entire hip-hop community, Rico DeVille, known publicly G Casino, the family member of super rapper Future. But according to federal authorities, this wasn't a small-time arrest. This wasn't casual possession. This wasn't something agents stumbled by accident. Inside a rented Airbnb, investigators say they uncovered a full distribution setup, including kilo-sized bricks, hundreds of thousands in cash, a weapon, and evidence suggesting the operation was much larger than the two men caught inside. Tonight, we're walking through the full federal affidavit line by line, down the timeline, and the details that weren't reported in early news articles, including the photos filed in court that show outside the full story behind the FBG Casino's arrest, and what prosecutors say was happening inside that Forest Park Airbnb around 10 p.m. Not early morning, not midday. This was a late-night federal strike. Agents from the FBI Atlanta, DEA Atlanta, and local Clayton County officers met near the home located at 1082 Circle Forest Park, Georgia 30297. The affidavit confirms the house of primary residence. It was listed on Airbnb. A detail investigators note is common for temporary locations. Airbnbs give traffickers privacy, fast turnover, and the ability to move quickly without using their own address. Before entering, agents served parked in the driveway. A 2023 Rivian, an electric truck registered to Rico, Atlanta. One was occupied by a weapon in possession. His role in the case is still under investigation.
Wow.
This is what big pieces identified male with a weapon. Once agents were in position, the entry team moved the residents and issued verbal commands. What happened next is documented directly in the affidavit. Rico DeVille Buse and a female ran out of the side door. This detail is huge. None of the media outlets reported that a woman also both of them at the rear home. When they searched Casino, agents found 2 cell phones, a rubber-banded stack of cash, amount to be determined. The presence of 2 phones is significant. In trafficking, this is often interpreted as one visible communication line. While Casino and the unidentified woman were detained outside, agents continued giving command. Eventually, David Esteban Montillo Diaz, a 23-year-old from Southern California, walked out of the residence. Agents say Diaz was the only other person inside the home. This detail supports what prosecutors later said in court, that the totality of circumstances strongly suggests Diaz was selling fent to Buick, though the charges remain allegations at this stage. Once all individuals were secured, agents entered the rental home. The affidavit provides one of the clearest breakdowns of the scene investigators walked into, and the images included in the filing show why this case escalated instantly into a federal-level prosecution. Kilos in the kitchen agents say that as soon as they stepped into the kitchen, they saw multiple kilogram-sized bricks out in the open.
Damn.
One photo shows 3 to 4 tightly wrapped kilo bricks placed
Wow.
directly on the stove.
He
Next to a
done.
roll of plastic wrap, paper towels, and common kitchen items.
He
This wasn't a hidden stash.
done.
This was active product process. Duffel bag filled with bricks. Another image from the affidavit shows a black duffel bag sitting on a dining table. Inside the bag are large rectangular white wrap packages, consistent in size and appearance with kilo bricks. This bag appears to contain a significant portion of the 17 kilograms agents documented in the complaint. $300,000 in cash inside a cardboard box. Agents then discovered a half-open cardboard box in the kitchen area, ended with rubber bands, roughly $300,000.
He was getting it.
One of the affidavit photos shows these stacks arranged in rows, filling the bottom of the box. Additional currency in Casino's bag agent also located a separate bag belonging to Casino that had 3 more stacks of cash. When asked who should receive the bag, the affidavit notes Buice first said to give it to his mother, but then claimed it was not his bag. This contradiction is documented word for word. Among the bricks, investigators noticed something unusual. Some of the wrapped kilos had a brick was wrapped in black packaging, stamped with a Louis Vuitton LV logo. An affidavit photo shows the LV stamped brick lying inside a clear plastic tub, partially unwrapped for inspection. A field test performed on that specific brick came back positive for fent. This
wow. Oh, he done.
was highlighted in media reports, but the affidavit confirms it directly with visual evidence. Once agents moved past the kitchen, the situation escalated even further. Inside bedroom 1, investigators found 4 partially used kilo bricks. Not the clean, untouched packages seen in the kitchen. These were open, partially harvested, and consistent with ongoing distribution. That detail alone told agents they weren't walking into a storage house. This was an active operation. But bedroom 2 is where things took another turn. Hidden under one of the beds was a handgun, later documented in the affidavit with a clear photograph. The weapon was fully accessible, positioned inches from the floor, and the affidavit says federal investigators are still trying. One thing, this case is not done. More names could come. On top of the drugs, cash, and weapons, agents found something every federal prosecutor pays attention to. 2 cell phones intentionally damaged. One phone was shattered beyond normal wear. Another had signs of being crushed or slammed. This is extremely important for the narrative. Destroyed phones are often interpreted as an attempt to hide communication,
Absolutely.
a panic response to the raid. The affidavit doesn't speculate. It simply documents the condition. But the visual of destroyed phones next to kilos and cash paints a very clear picture for agents of what might have been happening before they entered the home. The affidavit breaks down the items found in the house in a way that federal prosecutors use to establish intent to distribute. Here's what was inside the Airbnb and why each item matters. Money counter indicates cash counting for bulk transactions. Food sealer machine used to vacuum seal narcotics, plastic wrap, and shrink materials. Packaging supplies, open kilo bricks, evidence of active processing. Stove with bricks sitting on top, drying, prepping, or dividing product boxes of cash. Proceeds from distribution, multiple phones, communication with
He
suppliers,
done.
weapon under
He
the bed,
done.
protection for product and money. To federal eyes, this isn't a debate. This isn't personal use. This isn't recreational possession. This is the layout of a mid to high level fent distribution setup. And according to the affidavit, the total weight of the drug evidence documented at the scene was a minimum of 17 kilograms. 21 kilograms is the upper estimate based on packaging and additional partially processed bricks. Either way, agents say the amount found could kill millions. Not a figure of speech, a literal calculation based on fent toxicity. Right after the arrest, federal officials confirmed this case is part of a much bigger national initiative, Operation Take Back America, a Homeland Security Task Force mission created under Executive Order 14,159. This is a whole of government crackdown involving FSIU, Postal Inspectors.
I got to say this, y'all crazy. Trump is a law and order president. He wanted to give the death penalty to drug dealers. And y'all still out here doing crazy ass shit. This is not the time to do shit. This is time to fly straight until he out of office. If you're a criminal. I'm just saying. He is a law and order president. Y'all don't get it though.
Secret Service Labor OIG. This isn't just Atlanta police show. The biggest cartel, anti-trafficking.
And if he blowing up ships leaving with all them drugs and Colombia, he literally blowing up the ships full of drugs. Hey Naomi, he literally blowing up. He is a law and order president. Y'all crazy to be out here selling drugs for real. Y'all crazy as hell, especially fentanyl.
Examples of that force in action. During the press conference, officials repeated one phrase: they cannot hide. That line was not random. Strategic messaging straight from DOJ headquarters with intent to distribute fentanyl, a charge that carries 10-year mandatory minimum of life death penalty eligibility enhanced under certain trafficking statutes. Diaz faces the same charge. But here's where the complaint gets even more intense. Prosecutors unsighted. Serious risk of flight. They say Casino has access to large amounts of cash, pattern of hiding assets, inconsistent statements about income too. His lifestyle doesn't match his claimed income. Casino allegedly told authorities he makes $2,166 a month as a studio manager. But prosecutors point out he recently lived in a $4 million. He has 3 vehicles, Mercedes and BMW. At tens of thousands and eight, says he was not forthright about his finances. That's a direct quote. Combined with the attempt he may try to escape jurisdiction. The affidavit never mentions Future. No prosecutor or agent has linked Future or Freebandz to this case at all. However, the public storyline is unavoidable. Casino is not a distant cousin or a friend of a friend. He is Future's real brother and a visible figure brother to every update. And the hip-hop community is talking. But legally, Future's zero involvement, and the documents are clear on that. So, the family tie makes the arrest one of the most high-profile fent cases Atlanta has seen in years. Forest Park has become a because of how perfectly it sits between Hartsfield Jackson Airport and neighborhood filled with short-term rentals. That combination gives traffickers privacy, speed, and the ability to disappear, which is exactly why federal agents say the Airbnb on Holly Circle was being used as a full-scale distribution. Inside, they found everything that signaled active drug movement: open bricks, packaging tools, a money counter, boxes of cash, a gun under the bed.
He done. The only way he gonna have to snitch on the cartel.
It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that
This
like button.
real
Make sure
Nolan.
y'all share.
Let me see what.
Everybody's doing well out there this Saturday afternoon. In this video, we're gonna be there's a news clip.
Along with another $3,000 found on a man who tried to run. Officials say the arrests are part of a larger federal push to focus on the region drug
effects like addiction, like overdose, like violent crime in our community.
The suspects are Rico DeVille Bryce before a federal grand jury for formal charges.
Now, that piece of the press conference, that was only a piece. There's a full 22-minute press conference about the drug bust, all of the fentanyl that go out the city of Atlanta, surrounding areas that's been, I guess, the subject of some federal investigations, and with official press release from justice.gov about these federal charges, okay? So it says here, 2 men face up charges after task force seizes 21 kilograms
He'll be right
over
back.
$880,000 from residents. And y'all know fentanyl has been one of the contributing factors of many drug deaths over the last decade plus. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are thinking that they're buying other so-called designer drugs off the street, and they're being cut and laced with fentanyl, going into overdoses, cardiac arrest, all type of crazy shit. So that's the type of stuff we're dealing with here. So Atlanta, Rico DeVille Bryce, which is Future's brother, and David Estevan Montiel Diaz, I'm guessing that based on the other names sound like a Hispanic person, but we don't know, have been arrested and charged by criminal complaints with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute fentanyl. Bryce, I don't know how the fuck you say the nigga name, and Diaz appeared in federal court on November 19, 2025 to face charges after law enforcement executed a search warrant on a Forest Park rental home where they discovered and seized 21 kilograms of fentanyl, $380,000 in suspected drug proceeds, and a firearm. They say these arrests and seizures demonstrate the life-saving impact the Homeland Security Task Force has in our community, said U.S. Attorney Theodore S. Hertzberg. The collaborative effort of different law enforcement agencies united in the fight to eliminate transitional criminal organizations kept a staggering amount of deadly fentanyl from hitting our streets. The resulting charges send a strong message. Fentanyl traffickers in our district may run, but they cannot hide. Instead, they will find themselves in federal custody and their drugs and money seized. This operation is an example of the power of the task force in disrupting deadly drug trafficking operations, said Paul Brown, special agent in charge of FBI Atlanta. The seizure of 21 kgs of fentanyl and over $380,000 in drug proceeds is a direct hit to those who seek to poison our communities. The FBI, in partnership with our law enforcement colleagues, will relentlessly pursue these criminals and hold them accountable. This seizure is a clear reminder of the devastation these criminal networks are willing to inflict on our communities for profit, said Robert J. Murphy, special agent in charge of the DEA Atlanta Division. Working as part of the Homeland Security Task Force, our agents are committed to stopping these dangerous organizations before their poison ever reaches our streets. This result reflects the power of our partnerships and our shared resolve to protect families from lethal narcotics and the violence that comes with them. Furthermore, it is with great honor that the Clayton County Police Department partnered with the Homeland Security Task Force during the execution of a search warrant in Forest Park, Georgia. Members of the Clayton County Police Department Narcotics Unit and Cage Unit assisted in the operation, said Clayton County Police Chief Kevin Roberts. The significant seizure will undoubtedly save lives affected by this high opioid efforts. According to U.S. Attorney Hertzberg, the charges and information presented in court on November 14th, agents from the FBI Atlanta and DEA Atlanta field offices, along with a little repetitive here, my dogs. After David Estevan Montillo Diaz exited the residence, law enforcement discovered in the kitchen and a bedroom an estimated
We ain't got to
21
go through that
kilograms of
again. We already been through all what they got. 21 kilos. He is so done. Let me see, because I have read. Let me get an update. That they have raided viewers' houses too. Let me see. What source? I have read that, but I can't find it. Let me see. Is there anything new? Nope, I don't see nothing new. So y'all like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Shout out to my new subscribers.